Listen, we all know that Caseyville Police Chief Tom Coppotelli is pretty upset. Okay, but maybe he ought to stop and think a minute instead of being upset with Billy Hayes, the messenger. Maybe he should. Maybe Chief Coppotelli needs to go thank the appropriate person who brought him into this fight that cost him his job, and that's Doug Stewart, his village attorney. Chief Coppotelli can blame all the people he wants, and he can go out and encourage all the fake orders of protection that he thinks he can need. But the fact of the matter is that Tom Coppotelli is really upset that he just lost $720,000 worth of pay and benefits. And if he wants to blame Billy Hayes or anybody else, he's wrong. He can blame him, or he can thank himself. He cost himself the next 4 years of revenue from the village of Caseyville, and he's also been exposed for being a cop who should have never been a cop to begin with. He never was a good cop. He failed 2 psychiatric evaluations. He sued to get on in Collinsville. Why his second divorce is sealed is anybody's guess, but it's sealed from public view, which is no small feat. And, there's just a lot of things that swirl around a guy like Tom Coppotelli. He was fortunate that he elevated himself to the position of chief of police somewhere, because he's a guy, never should have been a cop to begin with. He was a bad cop. He's not a good person, and he likes to hide behind that badge and that's just how it is. He can thank himself for losing his job, and he can thank Doug Stewart for making it all happen. So anyway, Coppotelli, you want to stalk people, people can go out to dinner and go out in other towns, just they're not your town, okay? And you can't just be running people out because you don't like them. You might want to get used to that here in your retirement. Honestly, I don't see any other police department hiring you unless it's like Brooklyn or Venice or, National City, where you left to on a workman's comp, just like you left Collinsville on a workman's comp, okay? I strongly urge the village leaders of Caseyville to take that car away from you and basically just let go of you now, so you don't file a workman's comp claim on your way out the door like you've done it other places, including Collinsville. So anyway, if you want to blame somebody, that's fine, but you can thank yourself and thank Doug Stewart for walking you into a fight that you had no business being in. And thanks for lying about me. And instead of being out drinking, Tom, at bars and taverns, maybe you ought to be looking after that boy of yours. He's got lots of problems from what I understand. Maybe that's where you ought to be focused, to put down the bottle.